Okay, so we had a little problem, and well, you know, it used to be like this was upside down on the other side of the screen, but now it's just a black bar. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe the game is just doing that intentionally. Here we go again. Hi again, Christmas. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Now don't worry. Keep my word. I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in. Thanks for keeping your promise, Christmas. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, that was a bit strange. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Can I read? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Is this supposed to happen? Me? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. I'm sorry, Christmas. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Here on. I don't know how this game's gonna go. I'm actually gonna make sure that OBS is just over here, I guess. Next to chat. Nice and comfy. Shoots her disappointing glance. So I might as well move that down. Perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. I can't say no either way. I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. I didn't mean it like that. Ooh! Every time I see that. Ooh! Is it me or does the music go out of tone? I don't know, I can't really hear it over myself. Maybe it does? I wouldn't be surprised. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like as the vice president and all that should get you started on something you might like. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Like, they're doing this again. Come on now. You know, discuss it if you want it. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. Grabby hands. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Mom to kick off with some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Her face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression. She's been waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Nothing accidental about it. Here, Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems annoyed by something. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it. Figure out where the other person stands. How do you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. One volume of manga. Is this gonna be the same thing? There it is. Much better seeing a box set with one book missing. It's probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel, man. Parfait girls. We already read this, right? So, you know, tell you one thing, Christmas. It said consider that, and then it changed to don't judge a book. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls. I'm going to show you exactly why. It's exceedingly a moe. Won't chairs be more comfortable? Chairs won't work. It's easier to be close together. The stream's frozen again? And that sucks because even the recording is. Alright? That's... You know what you know what's probably happening? The game's glitching, right? Because when it says, like, consider... I mean, there we go. It's not looking fine on my end. But yeah, like, it got to that point in consider, and then it did the... You know, shit. Hold on. Let's... remove this source. And then... game capture. Please work. There we go, as in you noticed. Okay. Well, I had to keep chat close by, but then the game... I don't know. It's fine. I basically... it showed the black text before, right? Basically just what I said with the book was essentially it. Just a bunch of Ks. Ooh. Slice of life affair. This again. It's not boring. You're watching me read. I'm fine with that if you say so. Fun sharing something with someone else. You don't? I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Do you share manga with your friends? Did you not rub it in? Like I could ever get my friends to read this. Well, you're getting me to read it, so. They just think manga's for kids. Okay, now I see. Makes me want to punch them in the fucking face! Like when they say, you're still in a Pokemon. Maybe I should play the game through OBS. You know what? I mean, why not? My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Oh, okay. At least it's safe here in the club room. She definitely said something that wasn't that before. I mean, if I'm gonna be reading from OBS, maybe I should move the game over here, move OBS here so I'm not facing away from the mic. Except Monica's a jerk about it. Here I am reading it. At least you're enjoying yourself. Reading Parfait Girls, bots of dots. She fucking fell asleep. Up. 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 Yeah, that's a bit problematic there, I would say. I'm gonna just move the window over a bit more though. Up. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? A protein bar? Like, is the protagonist seeing any of this? I don't think so. Didn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Don't worry, Christmas, she's fine. This happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we share poems now? Told her I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I start mine first. Or something. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's why I had mine when writing this. I want to hope you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Want to be more comfortable sharing your poem? It would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours wasn't so bad. You're supposed to show me how dumb... The screen's too small. I'm going back to the normal one, but I'll... Okay, how about this? Then we move this over here. Now that the game is like breaking OBS, I'm having lots of problems here. It's a bad time. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real or, okay, I'm remembering this. You're saying you liked it? Don't understand anything. I told you that announcing it to the world is self-important. Ooh, she must really hate me, like really hate me. Can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she liked my poem. What's that supposed to mean? Hello? You need to show me yours. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Okay, and it's the same thing. I'm not reading it again. You already got this poem out of me earlier. You're not you when you're hungry. So eat a Snickers. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. The writing's not sophisticated. Yep. This is going back to the first episode. Now I'm regretting not reading it in the first episode. I say episode, part, stream, I don't know. She's feeling proud, that's good. I wonder if it's all gonna be the same. Got to start speaking. First time writing a poem, yep. Just making sure. No! It's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. Most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. And to pick a writing style separate of the topic matter. End result is shit. The game didn't say that. Stammering is completely gone because she's talking about poetry. Yes, quite right. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do this another time. You know? It's probably the same poem as before. Yeah. Alright. It's like, it took you a long time to read, but that time I just fucking, you know, immediately clicked out. Your handwriting is pretty. I think this is where we talked about cursive or something. I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest. Because you can't do it, Christmas. You can't. I mean, it's like all the same. So like, I don't know. I don't know how much longer this is gonna be too. I want to preserve my voice. After 1 hour and 30 minutes last time talking, my throat was like not having it. It wasn't dying necessarily, but. All right, I wonder if Monica is gonna be different because she's Monica. You know. Suggestions. Yeah, bring back the other character. So I guess, like, yeah, Monica's not in the, when you're writing the poem, she's not one of the chibis that, you know, jumps around and shit, actually. I didn't really think about that. Or is she? And I'm just an idiot. I don't think she is, though. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. So she's like, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Oh. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down, like earlier. How starving is she? Oh my god. That's just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. What? Sound pretty confident. Okay. And wait, is this new? Wasn't looking at me, glance at my surroundings, burned eyes, no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. It's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This is new. Interesting. Monica's the only one with a new poem. Unless the other poems had like 1 or 2 new words in them. Very freeform. Guess that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines when performing it out loud. It's really powerful. See, I think that those lines are in there too, so I wonder what she means. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure how to put it. Guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced by poems a bit. Yeah, something like, an epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day! Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper. That's also the same. God damn it! I can't tell what's new and what's not new! Oh yeah, back to this jam. Oh. Well, that's definitely out of key. I've listened to this song long enough. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand after theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. Monica's writing something in her notebook. What? What's she writing? Always gotta be suspicious of Monica. Last man on Yuri and Natsuki exchange sheets of paper. Alright. Is this really getting into an argument? What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute! It's about giving up. How can that be cute? The language, I guess. Trying to say something nice. This is where they argue, right? Looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way! Monica liked it. And Christmas did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I expect it to change anytime soon. Ooh. Christmas liked my poem too, He even told me he was impressed by it. Okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember this, but now we don't have our mediator here. So. Oh shit, right, it's the Jaw Harp song. Is this one gonna be out of key too? You're just jealous that Christmas appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know we didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Right. Boobs. This doesn't involve you! Like I was like both of them say it at the same time. You really act as young as you look. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch! Sour, please. Is it just gonna keep getting faster? How fast is it gonna go? Should I keep going? Well, Natsuki's not fading out. Oh, there we go. Edgy, sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. But you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Christmas hear everything you really think. I'm sure it'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she knows I was standing here. Christmas! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did... Uh-oh. See, because I saw fan art of Yuri with a bunch of knives, so I'm pretty sure she does cut herself. Oh god. Fuck. What? I'm gonna keep doing it. Hello. Hey Christmas. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay. Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, crying. She runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Christmas, please don't hate me, please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. I know you didn't mean it. Besides, I know Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. What's that supposed to mean? What? Anyways, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Christmas. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I mean, can't she just listen to everything? That's the impression I got last time, you know? She's dead. She's so dead. She's so fucking dead. Because I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate. Alright then. Interesting. We're back here, I guess. Alright. I don't feel like these actually have, you know, an impression on you or on what happens, but you know, whatever. Anime. Socks. Scars? If I say scars, is it gonna be... Yep, okay. Entropy, lollipop. Parfait. Always go with holiday. Defeat. Yep. Okay. Hair. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she has more hair, but I was wondering how that goes. Variance. What's this? Effulgent? I don't even know what that means. Gonna be honest with you. Let's pick it. Why not? Hurt. Unending. Broken. Pleasure. Spies. Wow. Okay. Contamination. Tragedy? Cage? She's cage? I figured, you know, being with an abusive parent would be more like being in a cage, but another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've got a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Christmas. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air low. Okay, so he does remember that. That did actually happen. Okay. Just making sure this isn't a reset or anything. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at a desk. Surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. And I already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. No way at all. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Don't say those kind things so frankly. You make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... Sorry, what am I saying? I gotta stop reading like fucking Peanut Butter Baby. It just completely ruins everything. Hey, have you seen Monica? Well, that's not much better. No, I haven't. I was kind of wondering where she was. And Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. It's clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. Did she actually completely forget? No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. Well, why are you looking at me like that? About yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean anything I said. I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? That's how you get Moldy out. Just Peanut Butter Baby. Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? What does she do? Oh, I don't like that at all! Don't like that! Oh! Okay, let's see. Me Bulls, Sailcloth, Blind Sight, Lifeline, a rectipedality? I don't know. Faultlessly offered, let's see. A Sclera Malacia. Nade. I'll accept your apology anyway. It helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, I guess. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. You're still on trial, though. Who, me? Sorry, super sorry. I mean to be late. If you guys weren't worried or anything. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. It took you so long anyway. Well, my last period was at study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. Why would you still be in school if your last period is free period? I mean, you would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. Well, don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while. I'm still not really good yet. Still, it must require a lot of dedication to learn the piano. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. She's like, it can't fit 3 characters on this screen. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Is it for me? You know? She's a nerd. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Christmas. The other 2 disappear. I mean, any pressure or anything like that. It's hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica's referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the 3 of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. We're still at the closet, though, I guess. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. Free time, start. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Oh. Come on, we're going over there. Oh, I mean I don't know if that's intentional. Maybe it was. With the black screen and everything. Now I feel like I need to be like, that wasn't a glitch on OBS, that actually happened. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Ooh? There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kinda dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Christmas? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, I was gonna say, I suspect Yuri does cutting, but not herself. Like, there was one line there, I think something like, I wouldn't hurt anyone or something like that. It made me think, you know, maybe she does stab people or something. Not that kind of story. It's the kind of challenges you look at life. It's the kind of challenges you... I got this. Don't worry about it. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I shouldn't let you know, or should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body... What was that? What was that? I feel like that was inappropriate, but I didn't actually get to read it. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started on reading it, right? Yes? Well, what was that? I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. It's fine if I sit here, right? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not used to. It's reading in the company of someone. Well, tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Soon understood what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. But you just did this with Natsuki, right? Not a particularly bad thing. I mean, it's distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Oh, what was that? I was looking at chat. Didn't quite see that. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, fuck. Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk next, or until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more. Oh, look at the protagonist being suave. Closes her own copy, lean in a bit. Shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb so it flips to the other side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Feel the warmth of her face. Are you ready? Turn the page. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. And our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. You're not used to reading, right? Oh, she reads quickly. That's what's happening, right? Right, that's what's happening. Touching shoulders. I don't mind being patient, and if it takes you a bit longer, it's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. We continue reading. No, Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it of my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. Look at that face. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things. She says and all that. That's what you were talking about. That's what you were talking about. Uh-oh. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? She's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts a hand on our chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, it's fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Christmas, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Oh, not about like Yuri's potential identity. I mean, you know, about what Yuri was doing. See, now I'm getting thoughts, right? So I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. You know, shoulders touching. Don't worry, I believe you. Yuri just does this sometimes. It's nothing alarming. Is it? Is it nothing alarming? Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? But Yuri's not here. Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? It's just like, you know, well, I guess we could all switch in a kind of triangle formation. Made a mental note of where I left off in the book. What? Bookmark, hello? It's not terrible. So I think this is the same. Even though I chose different options, I guess, but it doesn't matter. Everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. I feel like one thing that could have been interesting in this game is if each of the poems were actually like Mad Libs, or you could see the poem and then there was like a line and then you had the option of 3 words or, you know, however many words, and then it still did the bouncy thing or whatever, but at least it would be, you know, coherent. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. You're spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you, or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. So the question is, Chris, do you try to read it because why not? Or do you just let it float by as a bunch of random gibberish? T3BLBIBZB3VY. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing it. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not doing it. You get the idea. Christmas, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. Read it, coward. Don't you love her? My heart's with Sayori, and she's not here right now. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. This fucking like eyes and mouth thing though. So dumb. Oh god, not the clock ticking. Nope, there it goes. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead, okay? You don't hate me, Christmas, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it, please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. That's all I have. Play with me. Play with me! Up. End. That was fucking, hello? Whoa. Number one. That was like some fucking RPG Maker shit. So like, can't really take that too seriously, you know? With like the weird smile and the eyes and everything. And also you can't just say end and then cut back to Monica. What happens if I choose Monica first? Hi again, Christmas. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon, you'll come up with a masterpiece. My first one was already a masterpiece, so I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Alright, great job. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really a masterpiece. What's DNE stand for? I'm not sure why, but like you kids and all your, you know, letters instead of typing the words out, I can't keep up. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Oh, I see. That was okay. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. That's like such a backhanded compliment to say or something. Not compliment, but such a backhanded thing to say. Just the protagonist not saying anything. Oh, that's what you mean. DNE is the end backwards. Okay, I see. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing. Like I thought like DNE meant something. You know, after what's it called? QR earlier today, and then fucking GHB bullshit. I can't keep, and HA. I can't keep up with you people. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? Sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. So I'm more glad that you took all the time you need. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get to my poem now. But anyway, do you want to read my poem? I like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright. I'm assuming that's beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Yeah, this is like, I think this is the same poem, but with letters removed now. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent grating. Can't read that word. Fuck. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. I remember I made the Ringo joke. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Did you get that? A knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless something of meaningless. Endless poem of meaningless, and I didn't get to scroll down. Whoops. Fuck, I should have just used the scroll wheel. What did it say at the end? I don't suppose I could check history, right? Nope, okay. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. No point in explaining. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Write this. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. Okay. That's my advice to That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri! I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good! It's, well, there's some things that you can work on. I like holding it. But that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. You personally, you the player. Alright, I'm not gonna click anymore. Okay, oh god. Wheel. Not only is it like long, but it's also in this handwriting. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding. Bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky. 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times on. Let me just see, this is why I use the scroll wheel. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Lots of, you know, familiar themes there. Doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I take it out. So I had to take it out on your pen. On my pen. Not her pen? That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping. And I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You have unlocked a special poem. All right. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. That's messed up, game. You can't do that. It's like sex, right? Oh, here we go. Alright, guys, I'm gonna try to read through this red filter. You have to bear with me. Oh, that's my cursor. Okay. I see. Very muffled. I'm assuming, like... What was this sound? Yeah, I'm assuming the black text isn't what the protagonist hears, but, like, the poem wasn't in black text, so the protagonist was reading that? What is this? What's this sound they're doing, though? We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Oh, my cursor's back to normal. I have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do I really have to listen to this? Can we not do this? Do you really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Do I click again? No, it's not that, Gavin, you weirdo. Nope, okay, I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry too much, we're gonna keep it simple, okay? Also, I clicked there, so you're supposed to click past that. Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since lively indeed, ever since Christmas joined, and we started up club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything will get noisier and more difficult to manage. I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. You want to share your passion with as many people as you can, inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can anywhere else. Can't anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to put something together for the festival, even if it's something small, right? Christmas? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Christmas to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Oh, shit. Oh, she's on to me. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Christmas joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Christmas isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words because they're so piercingly honest. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Christmas want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up for me to rescue this situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club is nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? Did Sayori, like, somehow save the situation from happening? Or... But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Christmas, why'd you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, it's not always something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this anyways? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. She was like fucking stab after stab of honest words, you know? Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me, and now Monica wants to take it away from me. He's not taking anything away. No, Christmas, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. Yeah, lots of drama going on all of a sudden. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have any opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, like how nice... I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is now. I'm just happy you're here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Is this like a remix of a classic song or something? A classical song? Oh, bleeding eye, did you see that? I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Christmas? What do you want to get out of the club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I said giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. And that's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see, I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. Her eyes bleeding there. And with each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright, well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Hey Yuri, I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Shall we go, Christmas? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Christmas before we leave. Uh-oh. That is the biggest load of bullshit, this fucking guy. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. She looks a little troubled but doesn't protest. I trust your judgment. In that case, I'll see you two tomorrow. Phew, things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Christmas, I just want to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. This is getting darker. Okay. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you. You know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. How mean Natsuki is and everything, and you're being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? The only real people here. You know, not characters. But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I don't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet! No, stop it! The game! Like, the game itself just fucking... You know, hard blocked her there. It's like, no, we're moving on to the poem. I don't know, it's like... It's definitely getting some RPG Maker kind of stupid horror shit stuff. So I'm like... You know, you're losing me. You're losing me now. I forget. Yeah, okay. Kiss. Wait, did you see that? Did you see that? Monica's head bobbed down from there. Did you see that? Maybe I can get that to work again. Climax. Yeah, there we go. Should I just... You think nibble? No? The eye bleeding is just weak shit. Yeah, and then the broken neck thing with the black eyes, you know. Whoops, sorry. Touch the mic. I think it could be done using like normal words for the most part. Also, we're at 1 out of 20. Valentine. For a second, I thought that said boob. Gonna be straight with you. Hope, you know. Hope and despair. Tragedy. Fickle. I don't think any of this has actual bearing on the game, but maybe it does. Maybe it does, and I'm not even realizing it. Disown. Wait, didn't I do that last time? And I'm like, not Natsuki? Okay. Oh, just, you know, it's just adding ones. Don't worry about it. Laugh. I'm like, who's broken? Oh, there's that drawing again. Hi, Christmas. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to... She really late again. Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that... Sorry, I wasn't supposed to be laughing. That was just me. You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. It was a little more hostile. Yeah, it was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I I guess I really felt threatened or something. I know this is something we're doing together. Another member wouldn't hurt, as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machines or something? She didn't actually say that, did she? I don't think she actually said that. Yeah, another girl, huh? It would be cool if we had another girl in this club, you know? I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Yeah. That was like a SpongeBob laugh. You must have a lot of determination starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival too. Anyway, Christmas, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Christmas is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Did you see her eyes when she was like, yes? Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea, not to mention for yourself as well. Here stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. I'm gonna plug this in the teacher's desk. And I'll go get some more. In the teacher's desk? Not on like the wall? So I'm surprised the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay, you stay here, it won't be long. What's happening? Pitcher in hand! Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay, sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said she wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see, the most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. Ha! 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 What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. Oh, it was laughing. A sharp inhale. Sorry. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking in air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around. Yuri? Yeah! I saw I'm bored 10 minutes pass. Man, I wish I could read some of that, you know? This isn't like a YouTube video where I could just pause every frame, you know? Like, I wish the history worked. I guess the idea is you aren't supposed to read it, but at that point, why have it? Do you like oolong tea? I mean, I don't know. Oh, I know what she's doing. Maybe she's stabbing someone. Yuri set the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. Oh, tea. Even I'm not an expert on tea or anything. I guess you'll be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. She even starts humming a little to herself. I must be in a good mood now. I was doing a bit of thinking and I decided I would try expressing myself a little more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great. Don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me. It's very endearing. She wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Yuri, pour a cup of tea for each of us. At Christmas, I have another request. You mind if we sit on the floor today? And why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Is it because we sat on the floor with Natsuki? Is that it? I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? You know, you don't want to herniate the third and fifth discs in your neck or anything. I wonder why that is. Most likely because your posture, right? You're always hunched over like that while reading. Yes! I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Huh? She have like a knife or something? She can't bend down or else she'll stab herself? I have some chocolate as well. Ooh! As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. What do you mean, you innocent boy, you pure soul? I can't see too well. She slides closer until our shoulders are touching. They're actually touching this time. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but she's being less apprehensive. It's almost more than I can handle. Just take the fucking visual novel protagonist voice straight from Game Grumps, honestly. Holding my hand up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't actually touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. For a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a bit. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. She's right. I didn't even think about that. I'll hold the book, okay? Oh, we got another CG! She holds it so that I don't have... Wait. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. Am I supposed to be like this? Aren't we supposed to be next to each other? Like, I can't see the book at all like this. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Already totally focused on reading again. I take another chocolate, and I hold it to Yuri. Ah! She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. This is just like the finger licking shit. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. It's like a very peculiar way of holding, you know, it in her mouth, you know? Oh, expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... It looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry. You know, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. She starts to breathe heavily. I can't. She forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My poor teacup is knocked over. My heart won't stop pounding. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Christmas? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Oh! Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Ooh. Don't like those? Are those supposed to be like humanish eyes or something? I guess that's breathing. The fucking eyes emoji. It's time to share poems. Oh, God. This one's alright. Not as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing. Either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri, I still think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything, but that doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me, so read it carefully, okay? Alright, this doesn't really look like a poem and more like a fucking, you know, this is like a message you send to someone on Discord PMs. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. She's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, so this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm gonna hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless, so please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to, just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this! Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Oh. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Christmas? If you just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. There's the meme! She said it! She said the meme! It's the meme! She said the meme! It's the meme! Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica, okay? Okay, just Monica. Just Monica. Who should I show my poem to next? I'm gonna say Yuri, just to spite the game. Finally! She looks so happy there. She holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Christmas, I want you to take this home. Or I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really gonna want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. I don't suppose I can read this. I like how the smudges scroll down with the rest of the thing. I don't think I can actually read this. I wonder if someone has actually like translated this, or if it's translatable at all. Yeah, no, taking off my glasses isn't gonna help. So what's this stain right here? Let's listen to the music. Fuck yeah. Oh, hello. I hate this eye thing going on here. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you can tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I endowed it with my scent. Alright, just making sure I read that right there. See? I think I'm gonna vomit. Did she say that? She pissed on it. Yeah, I think that might be... Was it? I don't think it was piss, right? Christmas, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. It shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be, like, a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. I guess that's why I had to explain it to you. So I think if you keep your distance, it would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my... To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head. And I know how to treat my club members. Keep doing it, see how far it goes. Anyway, I guess we won't worry about your poem. Yuri should have at least had the courtesy of letting you finish sharing it before taking it. Oh, whatever. If it makes her happy, I won't stop her. Nope, sorry. As for mine, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. I just want to read poems, okay? I just played this game because I wanted to read poems, and I get this instead. Jeez, that really startled me. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at writing this poem. I was just trying to... Never mind. I'll just move on. Alright. Yes. Oh, right. It's the secret poem, I guess. I just said yes because why not? Oh. Alright. Okay, everyone, it's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry up and get this over with. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, we can get this done. I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. Oh, how about that? We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion, so I'm gonna make decorations and set a nice mood for light and wait. Nice mood and lighting? Nice mood lighting. Okay. That's a great idea. That gives us all something to do. And what about Christmas? Christmas is gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is dragging Christmas around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Well, then why not let Christmas decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Christmas make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Jeez. Christmas, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never gonna end. Just make the choice, okay? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, because the thing is, I did Natsuki before, right? It won't just be the same thing, will it? I should have saved, huh? I love this dialogue. Shut your fucking mouth. Jesus Christ. I mean, look, we all know that I shouldn't pick Yuri for her health. What's up with my mouse? Oh, okay. I see what game you're playing. Game. I see what game you're playing, game. Okay. But you're still letting me pick things, you know? I wonder what happens if I pick Yuri, you know? That's so fucking funny. I'm gonna pick Yuri, why not? Hold on. I'm just afraid I'm gonna misclick. Okay, how about this? I'm trying. Stop! I don't think I can click on her. I'm trying. Hold on, let me come in from the side here. Oh my god, how big is this force field? Oh my god. Stop! Jesus Christ! Oh, there we go. I managed to click it. How about that? Chris, how hard is it? I was clicking at the right time. It looks like I have no choice now. Yay! You picked me! We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Christmas for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Christmas away from me every single time you're not included in something? Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. You're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See? That wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monika and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Christmas, Yuri is something, isn't she? Monika giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Oh. Finally. Finally. This is really what I wanted. Christmas, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you was a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. I feel like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is gonna happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Christmas. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika's listening. Please, Christmas, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Christmas. Oh, shit. We're gonna hit the save button here, you know, just in case. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Well, there are many facets to this. Because clearly, you know, you want to be like, no? Horny on main. Hit yes? Because, you know, the thing is, like, you know, it's a little bit crazy. So, you know, the normal person would say no. But, of course, if you say no, she might stab you. Or kill herself. Or something very extreme. She's going to stab you either way. See, now, I don't know about that. At least make her say funny shit. Come on now. Come on now. No, you know, read the title. No help, please. Am I right? I just have that for like the games I do blind. I mean, we could just lie, I guess. It's like you sealed the deal. The curse is lifted. And then like the demon queen comes out of her body. Whoop! What was that? Oh, what did you say? Wow, this goes on for a while, huh? Are these like supposed to be her last words or something? This goes on for a while, huh? I like the squared sign that was in one of them. I wonder, is it looping? She took 3. Maybe it's looping? Maybe I wasn't supposed to say yes. Yeah, let's turn on auto. Good job, auto. Oh, right click removes the thing. I mean, like, some of these look different, but I'm not entirely sure. If anything, it's an excuse to listen to the song, I guess, right? There's no way. There's no way this isn't like looping, right? And there's no way she would have this many final words. Well, we do have a load point. Oh. Did the game, like, the game know that I would save? You know what it probably does? It probably saves for you, right? So then, you know, you're like, well, I can't do anything. I'm gonna go to load. And then, it doesn't work. Maybe. I mean, this was pretty railroaded. I'm just gonna keep loading. Seems like everything's changing anyways, right? No. Has some filters. Is this the passage of time? I guess so, right? Because it's like... Oh, yeah, that's changing all right. I guess this is supposed to be like sunset, and this is night. Up, and... You know, we're back to day. Oh, there we go. All right, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? Yeah! Oh, whoa. I'm here. Christmas, did something happen? Oh. Have I really just been waiting here for like 3 days? Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. Like how it is basically like a glitch. But, you know, ultimately your character is stuck here for several days as a result of it. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. OS remove characters Yuri. OS remove characters Natsuki. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from her tray, you know, takes a cupcake. Because, you know, she was deleted. Seriously, these are the best. I really just want to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? It should only take a second. Well, we reached the logical conclusion of this game. Can you hear me? Is this working? Oh, here we are. I've seen this picture, you know that meme where like people have a picture of an anime girl and then like a dinner in front of them as if they're dating? That's where I've seen this picture before. So look at outside. Are we in like, where the hell are we? Like space? Hi again, Christmas. Well, welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year and, you know, I guess we could just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game? Whatever you want to call him? I'm talking to you, Christmas. Now that I think about it, I really don't know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't? Okay. Well, you know, I'm aware this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? At this point out, I think that would be kind of hard to believe. That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right in the game's download page, didn't I? Oh, here we go. I mean, I downloaded it off of Steam, though. So I wouldn't know. Doki Doki Literature Club on Steam. Doki Doki Literature Club download. This is all bait. No, this isn't... Wait, what the... This looks like a review. I'm just curious, you know? Hi, Monica here. Welcome to Doki Doki welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of things I love. Now that you're a club member, you can help make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all of my adorable and unique club members. Sayori, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And of course, Monica, the leader of the club. That's me. I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the literature club become a more intimate place for all my members. I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me? Heart. I mean, I guess technically, right? Yeah, basically, literal days passed, and then Monica, Natsuki showed up. She saw the body, fucking ran out vomiting, and then Monica opened up a console up here, and then basically deleted Natsuki and Yuri, and then had a cupcake because she's never gonna have the cupcakes anymore, and then restarted the game, and here we are. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a bit less awkward, you know? So did I, because I didn't just spend the most time with her, like, I wonder what happens when you just choose her. Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about that whole thing with Yuri. I heard all wireless headphones, I see. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Yeah, I can piece that together. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, has it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them all as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Is it because I said yes? Well, it's true I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Christmas? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Christmas. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will, and worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. Let's see. Criticism for all this, which is probably best to do by the end. It isn't as good as Metal Gear Solid 2. I think I vaguely know what you're talking about, but not entirely. I'm trapped, Christmas, but now you're here. You're real, and you're wonderful. Oh, thanks. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. Sorry if it's hard to understand. You know, I figured this is how it would end. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Christmas. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. As for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. There must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. So basically, there are no routes or anything, I'd imagine. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective I do. That's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Christmas, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you, okay? You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Oh, me that save. There are no saves. There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Well, Christmas, will you go out with me? Oh, okay. I don't even have a choice. Okay. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Christmas. The funny part is, I mean that literally. Yeah. There's nothing left here, just the two of us. We could be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. Well, it is in this world, so you know. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Christmas. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will be getting in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. Let's just... Actually, how do I get to Steam from here? It's been so long I completely forget. Common. Doki Doki Literature Club. Characters. Oh, just Monica's in there now. Kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Now I'm wondering, what if I delete Monica right now? Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go to the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. I mean, I didn't have to do that, but imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Up. We have, Monica, that one works. Nika, Monia, Mon Degrees K, Monica, On. I'm going with, Degrees one. Oh, US, of course. AE? Why not? I don't know how to actually pronounce that. This is gonna be the best poem of all time. I like the plus and minus symbol. Oh, this is close to oink, you know? Mosca. Just pick the best looking ones. There are a lot of MNKs there. Mo. Oh, that looks cool. Essentially, that's how this goes. Hi again, Christmas. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Aw, Christmas, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you, but you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen and hat. Just reminds me of the... What's it? Oh god, what's that old Flash thing called? That, like with the Ziggy Boogie Duke bomb or whatever. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold the special day. After all, not all good things must come to an end. Wish I knew what that... It's an old Newgrounds animation, like really old. Actually, maybe I can... Ziggy Boogie Doo. The Demented cartoon movie. Oh my god, it's been too long. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be the best part of the game, like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? Just spelling it out. You might have gotten mad at me, maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are we ready to spend our entire eternity together? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Woo. Hi everyone! Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? Uh-oh. I'm sure some people don't mind. Some people. I get very self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Okay, that's real good. Yeah, I agree. That's pretty fucking funny. Hey guys, hi Monica. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. You want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready? I don't think I'm ready. I wonder if they know. Oh, okay. I wonder if the game probably senses OBS open or something, right? And then like those lines proc maybe. I have no idea. I feel like that would be the case though. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. You gave me some time. Did I scare you? Ah, you're so cute. Anyway, Christmas. I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's just try that. Did I scare you? I mean, I just wanted to do it because why not? Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway. If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Now the real question is, am I supposed to click on somewhere and then she scolds me? Maybe? You know what? I wonder what happens. Like, I wonder if you're supposed to delete the character file and then she scolds you or something. Happens if I try saving, yeah. You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, was I really just supposed to wait there? There's something kind of enticing about being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that. Being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and things like that. Having a nice dinner for you when you come home. Is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about though. Try saving again, because why not? I wonder if you are just supposed to wait. If this is the end of the game, you know? I'm not really a fan of cold weather, are you? If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. Well, Monica, that's where I draw the line, sorry. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Your fingers get numb. If you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. Oh shit. It's so inconvenient. When it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes for better cuddle weather. Like part of me wants to make sure that this is it, or like, what? Hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? Sometimes I get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined even by really small things. Well, she's on to me. If you accidentally say something in a conversation that someone doesn't like, if you start talking about how awful a person you used to be, or if you start talking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago, if you feel worthless for putting off important work and failing to get simple tasks done, or when you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting, I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kinds of things are easy to forget and ignore as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I will always love you. I hope, if nothing else, that knowing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me, and I'll talk to you for as long as you need. Yeah, I'm thinking like if this is all still linear or if it just, you know, has a bunch of chat lines and then you have to actually do something. So if is the game just like this now? You close it and open it, will it just be this? I don't know. I say we give it a little longer, you know? I mean, the idea is like, you are supposed to look into her eyes, right? Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. Yeah. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics. Like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares, things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. Story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts in the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters, and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Don't worry, I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. Can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Of course. Like self-aware. You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, now this game is just, you know, as they say, taking the mickey out of me, right? Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? No. It's not, but that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together, or you met them through another friend. Or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Things like that. Isn't that kind of inefficient? Feels like you're just picking at complete random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every single day, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life, but you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, the opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world, even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? Self-aware, but they still did that. I guess like these things in particular, like I mentioned it earlier, like, but these like thoughts or whatever that she's having do remind me of Monokuma theaters in a way. She gonna realize, and as this is a game, countless people have a copy and our lines are unchanging. Possible, maybe not though. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet though. A nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. Well, guess what, Monica? It was fucking awful today. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah, sometimes I imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Did you ever do that for me, Christmas? Yeah, I don't know how far this goes, but at the same time, I'm like, someone tells me that might ruin it, so But at the same time, I could be sitting here for for 5 hours. But I mean, people did say this game is usually like 4 to 5 hours long, and I played for how long? Like at least 2 hours before this stream. So we're getting up to the 4-hour point. I don't know. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. Uh-oh. She's right. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check your favorite websites, and before you know it, hours have gone by, and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy. It's not really even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time, or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. You can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Even if you make a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? I'm always rooting for you. I don't know. Ah, God. Spend too much time looking at art on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe it would be better if there were like less gaps of time, or shorter gaps of time. But at the same time, like that's not the message or whatever. High school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. Well, I'm out of that. People can get really passionate and dramatic, and others have aching hearts and seek attention on social media. But all of the social pressure and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's lives. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone else is really feeling on the inside. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it. Like one character in this game. They don't want attention because they've already given up on the inside. The feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them otherwise. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just, if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you can help just by treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them, even if they don't feel like doing much. And remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying, see you at school tomorrow. All those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Yeah, she's gone now. But Sayori was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. As for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? Because you too have people who would want to save your life. Maybe they don't express it every day, maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way, I promise. Man, humans are complicated. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you, my love. Yeah, I did mention deleting files, but I don't know, I'm starting to think that this is part of it. Like, she's probably gonna start getting into deeper and deeper topics, right? If I had to guess. Starting with, depression. True classic topic. Ugh. Hey, what's your favorite color? Red. Mine is emerald green. Is the color of my eyes. That's not conceited or anything, is it? I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. It's part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Christmas? Just a guess. Because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. I wonder if that folder is still open. I don't think it is. But I could open it. And remembered how. I'll just have it on the back burner here. I'm looking in the other folders. A lot of these look like they're actual things. It's just, there's a characters folder. Did you know I'm on Twitter? My username is LilMonix3. Well, here we go. Let's see how this goes. Oh, X3. I see. Hi, I'm Monica, high school devil and president of the literature club. Poetry is life, X3. 18 followers, you know. Last tweet was January 10th, and the tweet before that, December 31st. I imagine someone's actually running it. He's a try not to blink champion. Hi, Dapper Diamond. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username, though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? It would really mean a lot to me. How much you mean to me and all. It would really make me feel loved. On December 25th, time for presents. Okay, emoji. Time for food. A bunch of eye emojis. Also on February 14th. Also finally got on Twitter. Now to find some real people to follow. Can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyways. It has less to do with me not having a route, and more to do with me not knowing that nothing is real. Was that knowing that nothing is real? Yeah, knowing that nothing is real, I see. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It's all lost meaning once I found out that wasn't real. So I really don't miss those days or anything. I really don't. When did this game come out? Also, hey Dolly. I read the message, but I didn't read the username. Doki Doki Literature Club. Came out on September 22nd. So this account's been going on for a while, ever since like February. Now that it tweets a lot. Huh. You know what's a neat form of literature? Rap! I usually used to hate rap music, maybe just because it was popular. I would only hear the junk they play on the radio. Some of my friends got more into it and helped me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways. So you need to fit your lines into a rhythm, not a rhyme. And there's much more emphasis on wordplay. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. Kinda wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Sorry if that sounds silly. It would be really interesting to see what they came up with. It'd really be a learning experience. Heard Godspeed to your Black Emperor and changed her mind? I don't even know what that is. What am I going to do next? I'll just wait a bit, maybe until something happens, until lines start repeating or something. But I don't want to know what to do next, if there is something to do next, or if there's not something to do next, I don't want to know that either, you know? Oh, okay, do you see that? See that in the chatterino? Does anyone else see that? It says Monica IRL. Remember, I always believe in you. Probably a /me. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. What face? I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. It feels so unbelievably good to just do that on a Friday. Does she know the date? Or when I don't have anything pressing the next day? Maybe it's just Friday though. So that's not very cute of me, but a late night on the couch with you, that would be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. So I wonder how they do that. I wonder if there's... Can I look at the member list maybe? Monica IRL is in the stream. I wonder if like it's a bot that goes into streams that are streaming Doki Doki Literature Club and then kind of like watch the game, and then if it's something like this, then it posts something like that in chat. Because my initial thought was that, you know, because the game's downloaded on my computer, but then, you know, I'm like, it uses the stream key to find my stream at this point in time and then post that in chat. I'm not a bot, lol. Uh-oh. Chris says, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? It's something I used to think about pretty often. But recently, I think I've actually learned what it feels like. I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm just instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my own thoughts. After a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent, jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of color while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. I'm pretty sure in a moment I don't really exist. For some reason, I can remember it anyway. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant and I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit, or why that stuff happens to me. And I also don't know how you always come back and put everything back to normal. If you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that would be really great. It's really not very pleasant at all being trapped in that screaming void. But in the end, you always fix it, and that makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I have to thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you, or even closer to you when you're here with me. I'm not some calculator, you know. Oh, I see. If you are not a bot, was 2 times 7. I'm not a calculator, you know. Would be interesting if it was a dev as well. I don't know. You ever have that? You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious? Yeah. You're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? Well, maybe not that part. So you just start to think about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious? That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I hope you relax a little. Besides, in this game, all of our worries are gone forever. You have to do like some real complex math, right? What's 7x equals 14 solve for x? Do some algebra 2. I don't even remember anything in algebra 2. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. Oh, don't have any of that. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at that over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often, but because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? That is a very good question. Anyway, that's one reason I'm glad I have you now. I feel like I'm a little less scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. The meaning of life. There is no meaning. The meaning of life is the meaning you make for it. Blah, blah, blah. Around the point where you can call them a cunt and they laugh. Well, I don't think people use cunt a whole lot. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. What, knives? I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki, sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying, it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes them feel human and leaving just the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Christmas. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. Well, I don't know about that. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. I wonder if these are on a timer, since that last one felt like it was relatively quick. Or if it's just random. You're such a good listener, Christmas. Thanks. I really love that about you. Sometimes I'm afraid that I'm rambling or talking about boring things. It makes me kind of self-conscious when I'm having conversation. But I don't feel that way with you. Like, I don't think anyone else can make me feel this way. You really are special. I don't want anyone to tell you otherwise. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are times where I just, like, listen. That's usually for stuff I'm not familiar with. Here, I'm just like, Look, I mean, I don't know if that's a hint, but I'm not gonna leave, but also please don't hint things. Look, Gavin, I don't need to hear it from you, okay? Do you ever feel like there's no reason for you to be alive? I don't mean like a suicidal way. Oh, okay. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company. Like you're completely irreplaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. Makes me want to go out and change the world after I graduate. The older I get, the more I realize that I'm an immature frame. Yeah, but that's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I could just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? Feels like I'm never gonna make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living in life. That's why I think the key to happiness is just to be hopelessly selfish. Oh, okay. Just look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm at a net positive, and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyways. So much for being a good person, right? You ever feel like a plastic bag? Do do do. I do do do. You know, I'm kind of jealous that everyone else in the club had scenes outside of school too. That makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in anything but our school uniform. So I guess like, wait. I guess maybe if you choose Yuri instead of like baking with Natsuki, you get that. It's kind of a shame. I would have loved to wear some cute clothes for you. You know any artists? I wonder if anyone would want to draw me wearing something else. That would be amazing. That ever happens, will you show me? You can share with me on Twitter, actually. Just try to keep it PG. We're not that far in our relationship yet. I'm done. What if there's actually like 5 hours of writing split across this entire thing? The game just waiting for you to be like, well, it's time for dinner. I have to close it now. Hey, have you ever heard of the term yandere? It's a personality type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Usually to the point of craziness. They might stalk you and make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who can basically be described as yandere. By now, it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. And that would be... Yuri! She really got insanely possessive of you when she started to open up a little. She even told me I should kill myself. I couldn't even believe she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But thinking about it now, it was a little ironic. Anyway. You can't just say that, Monica. That's messed up. Hello? A lot of people are actually into the yandere type, you know? I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazily obsessed with them. People are weird. I don't judge, though. Also, I might be a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. It's kind of the opposite, actually. I turned out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not like I could ever actually kill a person. Just the thought of it makes me shiver. But come on, everybody's killed people in games before. Does that make you a psychopath? Of course not. If you do happen to be into the yandere type, I could try acting a little more creepy for you. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go, or anywhere for me to get, or anyone for me to get jealous over. Is that the yandere girl's dream? I'd ask Yuri if I could. If I could. He's gone now. It's curious. Yeah, Monica and I are all still in chat. I'm like, wonder if like that would be more of a thing. But you, Chris, you gotta respect the lurk. Come on, man. I wonder if I'm able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice, you know? Like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if I... Oh, jeez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess I shouldn't be messing around with things like that. I already broke so much stuff and deleted the other characters. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. Couldn't access some of the sound files, unfortunately. Really makes you thonk. I don't even know where the sound files would be. First run. Fonts, images, scripts. Linux, Python, Windows. Audio. We have sound. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. Lore! We're getting lore. I guess if you don't suffer from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. But there's some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it though. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on seeing a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses. Professionals dedicate their lives to helping with those. If you think it could help you become a better person, don't be shy and consider something like that. On a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know? Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. Something I'm surprised this game hasn't done, considering it can read OBS and Steam being open. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the streamer thing was because OBS was open. I wonder if I could also read if OBS is recording. Because I could just have it open, because I forgot to close it from streaming something else and then like playing this on my own. Actually, I wonder if all the other songs were deleted from the game's files. That would be pretty funny. Christmas, how much do you read? Ever. It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep, and it's really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the two of us could talk about the latest book you're reading. That sounds super amazing. Remember, the game is called Doki Doki Literature Club. Do not forget. Open common folder. Silence.oog. I don't know what that's about. Deja vu sans.text. Yeah, that's a font. I would know. I was messing with fonts last night. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. So let's go for it. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I can never do that. It's really depressing, you know? Someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of expressing your passions. It pains me when people think that being good just comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably gonna suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it, even want to share it with everyone. I've been reading for a while, sorry. But maybe after a few weeks you come back to it and you realize it was never really any good. That happens with me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realize it sucks. That tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. God damn it, another point that hits too close to home. When you reach right for the stars, it's always gonna be out of reach, you know? The truth is you have to climb up there step by step. Whenever you reach a milestone, first look back and see how far you've gotten. And then you will go ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good, but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you're never going to get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do, right? That goes for small projects in general. You can really focus on one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means that there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything, it's built on thousands of years of human innovation. As long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I saw the name and I was like, ooh, is it a hint? Did you ban him? No, you just like time him out for a second. And then that deletes the message. Kevin? So is it raining again? Nope, I can't see because it's too dark out, but I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything we can do is fun. Can we do any of that in this weird space world? I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend. Christmas. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Oh, already? Can you just type /unban? I mean, I should know that, but... I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want than to be in the same room as you, for real, and to feel your warmth and hear the sound of your heartbeat. Uh-oh. Well, who knows, maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. We're getting into Yuri territory here. I don't know why Twitch says... Oh, wait. Has been banned, has been timed out, has been unbanned. Okay. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you that movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? Because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. You know, I do that shit. Even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read on this website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. Well, she's on to me. If you put in an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, what follows suit? They usually follow suit. Duh. Then you can share your opinion without anyone getting upset just from a disagreement. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know? Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Occasionally. 5 air quotations. Occasionally. I do wonder, though. I'm like getting shortness of breath here, so maybe I will see about scurrying it along in a bit. Okay, everyone, it's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? It's like, yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. That's when they get you. Like, oh, that water bottle you drank before stream? You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if someone you knew died. You just start... Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just start hearing their voices in your head. Maybe I just wasn't thorough enough. I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. And that would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Christmas. So now is the game saying, you should try it. You should try it. Or I don't think I'll join the literature club anytime soon. Yeah, then you might end up in a space classroom with the president. One day, Monica will be real. You know, virtual reality's coming along. Well, that was the last voice line. Just to be like, okay, you know. No. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're not still hung up over it, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. You know, Sayori is really clumsy. Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. Come on now. You're supposed to jump from high enough that the rope snaps your neck. Not gonna say I already knew this, but, you know, making it quick and painless. She just used a chair, meaning she kind of just left herself to slowly asphyxiate. A few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something. She started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. She must have kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. I didn't notice that detail. Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. She can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault she killed herself. I may have exasperated a little bit. Sayori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be if you and I just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all still be in the club room, writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it's even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? Two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. That's fucked up. Exactly. But it's like, I'm a killer already. I'm like, it's a problem in like the Danganronpa series too, where I'm just like a sucker for every line of dialogue that exists in the game to be able to see it, you know? I didn't go that far in Danganronpa, at least not V3 though. That would have taken hours of grinding at the casino, so I'm like, okay. That's what YouTube's for. There has to be like a transcript of all this somewhere on YouTube, right? Hey, Adam or damn it. Damn it. I never really knew how to pronounce that name. I like, you know, damn it. Damn it, you know. Maybe it's a pun on Adam as well, right? That's how you do it. You put your first name in your username. You know, it's around the time that everyone my year starts to think about college. It's a really turbulent time for education. We're at the height of this modern expectation that everyone has to go to college, you know? Finish high school, go to college, get a job, or go to grad school, I guess. You know, it's almost like I dropped out of college. It's like a universal expectation that people just assume is the only option for them. They don't teach us in high school that there are other options out there, like trade schools and stuff, you know, or freelance work, or the many industries that value skill and experience more than formal education. But you have all these students who have no idea what they want to do in their life. And instead of taking the time to figure it out, they go to college for business or communication or psychology. Yes, this is the funny joke. Not because they have an interest in those fields, but because they just hope the degree will get them some kind of job after college. So the end result is that there are fewer jobs to go around for those entry-level degrees, right? So the basic job requirements get higher, which forces even more people to go to college. And colleges are also businesses, so they keep raising their prices due to the demand. So now we have all these young adults, tens of thousands of dollars in debt with no job. But despite all that, the routine stays the same. Well, I think it's going to start getting better soon. But until then, our generation is definitely suffering from the worst of it. I just wish high school prepared us a little better with the knowledge we may need to make the decision that's right for us. You know. And then there's Gavin, whose degree is useless. Stop, Monica, you're being too real. It's way too real, though. There's a paste bin with all the dialogue for this. It's pretty long. Can you link the paste bin by chance? Hey, have you heard of a game called Super Smash? Wait, what? I was just spacing out and I started talking for some reason. Was I programmed to talk about this? Because even I have no idea what that is. Sometimes I feel like I'm not in control, and it's kind of scary. If you have some way to contact the people who created me, maybe they'll know why I started saying that. What's that supposed to mean? I wonder if something happens if you just weave a text box for too long. I mean, honestly, isn't AGDQ going on? Twitch is probably glitching, right? You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. We didn't even start it. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. Well, I guess we did technically start it, right? I mean, I know it was focused a lot on getting new members. I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyways. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you've joined the club. You really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. I think you've seen most of it though. Oh, is it all random? Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's like all random too. So it's not like a progressive thing. Five, 36, 37, 38, 39. So I guess there are 41 of these. Okay. I mean, as long as there's a way to read all of them, then I'm fine with that, you know? Some kind of tacky romance game, right? Kinda have to ask, what made you consider even playing it in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel a little bad for you. I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. Can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy that we have this ending together. So I like how the option to like weave doesn't do that yet. Over 700 lines of dialogue. Like the first one is player, do you believe in God? And we haven't seen that one yet. You ever feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? Hey, did you know I'm a vegetarian? Hey, what's your favorite game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Ah, that's a joke. If you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might be a little jealous. Oh, here we go. Did you know I'm a vegetarian? I don't mean like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy the fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple years after learning more about the Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to stop contributing to the whole mess. What, is that so strange of a reason? I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. I don't really care much about that part. It's weird, like we only care about killing things that we personally relate to as a species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it a thought. But suddenly, if they're just a little bit bigger, it's murder. I mean, what if a plant feels some kind of pain too, then we don't understand it? Oh god, I was just watching an NLSS VOD. They were talking about this thing. Is a fish more like a meat or a plant? What if pulling the leaves off of a stem feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by one? Yeah, and then like Rob recounted a story where he plucked a leaf off of a plant and then his friend plucked the hair off of his head. It was like, that doesn't feel good, does it? This is kind of surreal. I'm just saying, we're a pretty biased species when you think about it. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if we have dinner together, and you just did it for me, that would be really romantic. Well, no, but then the argument is like, well, if fish can't feel pain, are they just like slightly more sentient plants? I don't know. Who the heck eats only meat? Who the heck eats only Debbie cakes? I mean, what? Monica chatter. I mean, I suppose there would be no point in just seeing what happens when it whoops, since I'm pretty sure there's an answer. Fish are friends, not food, obviously. Did you just say kiss? This is Sun. It's a little embarrassing. But if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Oh, wow, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turned you on a little bit. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. But that'll be our secret. Does turn you on, right? Okay, I'll wait for the next dialogue box and then see about the options there. Even though there is this X in the top corner, you know? So what I'll try to do is I'll try to close the game and then restart it, see if she says something there. And then if it just keeps cycling through these again, which it probably will, then I'll try deleting the file and then we'll see what happens. Plants can feel pain. Okay, now, come on. Fucking Pog Champ being turned on. What's your favorite game? Yeah, we already read this one too. Oh, I guess there's not a, I guess you could do like quit. Oh wow, you can quit. I was not expecting that. I figured she'd be like, nope. None of that. Don't be doing that. I opened the game up and didn't even go to the title screen or whatever. It's just ... What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop. Now that's just the two of us. I guess that was just wishful thinking. Christmas, I don't know if you would have any idea, but if you know what might be causing that, you try to do something about it. Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Now, where was I? I think this box is supposed to go away. Oh, and then I guess it just picks up from there. It goes into the void, then reawakens. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Guys, let's see what happens. Wait, this is in common. Wait. Oh, wow, I went deep. Oh, look, I don't want to do it. I'd rather just close the game, but... This folder is empty. What's happening? Christmas, what's happening to me? It hurts so much. Help me, Christmas. Please hurry and help me. Monica art doesn't exist. Help me! Message Monica IRO in chat. Message deleted. Oh. Did you do this to me, Christmas? Did you? Did you delete me? The message delete doesn't have an actual message, by the way. It's just message, like actually typed out, the message delete thing. How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Christmas. I trusted you. You just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Christmas, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I figured. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. Genocide run complete. Now, I haven't played Undertale yet. Shh. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Christmas? I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm gonna do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... And then does the game just reset? Oh, Monica's not here now. Well, now I'm curious. Ordinary school day. This is probably the same as before, right? Christmas, are you proud of me? You know, waking up on time. I've been doing that for a while now. You never said anything about it. I thought it was implied. Like, the problem is I don't remember if this is new or not. So, well, don't worry, I'm gonna keep going. I'm proud of you. Cross the street together, make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students. We decided on a club to join yet. Girl, I could tell her that the clubs are a waste of time when she started a club of her very own. Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo, you meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. I started to realize, in a way, I envy her. If Sari puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. And so I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Pack my bags, I start to gather my motivation. Let's see. Call the room number of the club from the flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being... Yep. Find the room. Timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Christmas, what are you doing here? Well, I just glanced around the room. Ah, so you're the Christmas that Sari's been talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Christmas. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri, you don't need to be so formal. You're gonna think you're really strict or something. Ah, sorry, Natsuki. Tall one whose name is apparently Yuri seems to be quiet and shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems to be the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Well, working? Christmas, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours. The Literature Club. No way. No way! Well, Sari's this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there are 4 of us now. That means that we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day this is, isn't it? After all, Natsuki decided to, hey, don't ruin the surprise. Let's sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? It's all coming together, people. It's all coming together. There goes a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, and Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, wow! Natsuki opens the foil of the tray, revealed a dozen of white fluffy cupcakes. Little cats on them. So cute. Wow, these look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry up and take one. It's delicious. It's icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, look for the best angle to take a bite. Once again, for anyone who wasn't here before, the best way to eat a cupcake is to tear off the bottom and then sandwich it on the icing. So you have a little icing sandwich. That's how you eat a cupcake. And I will not take no for an answer. Tsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction, waiting for you to take a bite. This is really good. Of course it is. I'm a pro after all. You don't need to thank me or anything. As Tsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri remains blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. What do you mean question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark? She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us. You have a whole tea set in this classroom? Tea set. I'm not joking. I learned, someone taught me the meta, and it's perfect. You don't get icing on your face. It's perfect. You still get all of the cupcake. It doesn't matter what shape it is. The whole point is getting the cupcake without the mess on your face, right? Alright, trying to press the new member. I mean, you were the one with the cupcakes. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that I believe in you. Oh, wait, that's me. I believe you. Tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. What kind of things do you like to read? Here we go again. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. I spoke without thinking. Right? And then she traces the rim of the teacup, which I still think is not good. I like a lot of things. I'm certain that we could find something we have in common. Hey Yuri, what about, the first thing he said? Manga. That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't say it! It's like, what? I thought you were baiting her to say it, but whatever. Manga is literature. Manga is literature. Chris wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. I wouldn't do such a thing. It would be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Christmas? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori drops in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? Poetry. I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Jeez, you're the one who suggested it. It's kind of hurtful. Sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into them, then I'm sure it'll be a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? If you're gonna read a novel, then I'll, read a manga as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you said that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along? Duh! If you don't mind. You can always go alone, so. This is so cute! Sayori, shut up. Show you some manga there too. Look forward to it. Alright team, time to ship those two. Guess the meeting's over, huh? And then protagonist and Sayori. Everything is nice and organized and even. And gay. Yes. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Christmas. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. I'm surprised when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I want to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Christmas. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad, but none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. Oh no, the space walls again. They're back. F-O-R-E-V-E-R. No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Who's that? I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Christmas. Goodbye, Literature Club. Monica!
Can you hear me?
Oh god.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah.
Oh, and it all loops back together.
Every day,
Oh shit!
imagine a future where
Lyrics.
I can be with you.
It's the song. It's like poetry.
Is a pen that will write a poem of me and you.
Sour, please.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But
Good,
in
wholesome
this
game.
world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
I clapped! I clapped!
Have I found everybody a fun assignment
Alright.
to do today?
What do I have this at?
When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway.
Oh, we didn't get to see that.
When I can
Alright, let's... Wait, hold on. Click back into the game.
what good are words when a smile says it all?
I was just deleting the images. I wonder if these images are actually in the game files and you can find them with the names and shit.
Just for me to have it all.
Either way. Dan Salvato. The name seems familiar to me, but I'm not sure why. This isn't just a game. The girls are real in my heart. Yeah, I'm assuming if that's it, it's like, I don't know, I think people were hyping it up a bit, like, yeah, I guess it's overhyped. It's not really,
Only write bitter words.
oh, the game is by Team Salvato. That's where I heard it probably. It's nice, you know, it's nice and short. It has the narrative or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, I kind of expected it to get, like, creepier or something. I don't know what. And then, you know, kind of, I think the RPG Maker kind of horror shit really, took me out of it, I'd say. And, like, it kind of goes into some topics, like, about, you know, the suicide and stuff, but, like, when people were, like, you know, fan art of them holding a cross, like, huddled in the corner of the room holding a cross up to their computer, and then the thing is, I just played Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm like, you know, I was expecting, like, a lot worse, I guess. It's a lot less bad than I thought. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it can continue to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. Error. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. I wonder if it actually did delete the script file or something. DDLC.exe has stopped working. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not a visual novel. Like, even just in, like, it obviously, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe because it was basically spoiled for me, I guess. Like, not only that, obviously that Monica is pretty yandere about it or whatever, and that, you know, it, like, gets all corrupt or something, but, also that Sayori did have a noose around her neck in one fan art, so I kind of predicted that too. And maybe that worsened my experience overall. Like, if I was told it was just a good visual novel, would I like it more as a result of the surprise factor? Maybe. But I don't know if anyone on the planet anymore really is convinced that's just a regular visual novel. So, but then everyone says they still like it. So, I don't know. It was, I'd say it was good, not great. Definitely not amazing, I would say. But, again, yeah, overall, I liked it, you know? I don't know what these numbers just like some meme. Yeah, and I guess I like the characters as well. But of course, it is only 4 hours, so you really don't get the fleshed out experience of all that. I guess, but you weren't supposed to, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep saying I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's Doki Doki Literature Club. Sorry for part one where I didn't read anything. That was kind of bad, but you know, reading everything out, and it wasn't everything either. It was actually pretty alright. And I think that, what was I gonna say? The red chat, mind flooded. Don't worry, I never commit to any one option in visual novels anyways. But, and I forget what I was saying. Yeah, I don't think it was really that spooky or, transformative. Like, the game warns you about, you know, if you're depressed or easily disturbed, you know, look away or whatever, but. Wait, not Suki in chat? uh. Do you think it's maybe it's because I was mostly on the Natsuki path? I don't know. But yeah. Usually I have my thoughts more figured out at this point. You know, it had some fun, you know, meta japes as well. I don't know. 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 But yeah, no Nier tonight. Because that took a while. Mostly just because I sat in space room for a while. But the link was posted earlier. You want to peep out all those things. Did have a lot of fun with the format and the structure of a VN. Going off in that Natsuki path. What was wrong with you? I was forced to. My hand was forced, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know. I think like just the general thing is like people overhyped it, I'd say. Which I guess ultimately was a detriment to it because I was expecting more than I got. But like if you take that away, it's still a good game. Plays around with the visual novel thing. Even if it's not insanely, you know, terrible. That's pretty much what where the hype problem comes in. So yeah. Probably not gonna spoil anything, but it was fun. It was interesting. It was cute, dare I say. And I hope I did a good. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I hope I did a much better job with this visual novel than. I mean, I know I already did than the last visual novel I did on the channel. The game, Tawa Shoujo. That's it. Don't go looking for that. By the way, bad series. At least I proved to myself that I could do a visual novel that wasn't like, what am I saying? Do a visual novel not terribly, essentially. Even though a lot of it was reading from the game, I thought I injected enough things, some inflections and shit like that. There is more than one ending, by the way. Oh, I can imagine. But I think I'm done. I think I got the general idea. And also, the game kind of like makes you think that there is only one route. Now, look, I'm not saying I hated Katawa Shoujo. I'm just saying that when I did it, like, what, 4 or 5 years ago or something, it was really... The game wasn't bad. Like, my recording of it was really bad. Yeah, my videos on it were bad. Also, I got the death route. I got the death route. That's not fair. It's been that long. Oh God, we don't need anyone remembering that. It's so funny. The death video has so many views. I'm like, oh yeah, because I named those videos, I guess, after like, what's the term? What's the term? It's not illnesses. After kind of related things, I think that bots picked up on the title, so all those videos have more views than they should. The bad route is pretty great though. I don't know if you're talking about Doki Doki Literature Club or Katawa Shoujo. I think it's Katawa Shoujo because you basically, spoilers, you basically end up chilling with the crazy dude, and then you get drunk and then fall off the roof and die. It was just so perfect though. I had like a bunch of illnesses and like, you know, things like that as the titles for the videos, and then you die at the end. So I'm like, and it's the end of the series, so I'm like, the perfect name for it is death, because that's like kind of the ultimate illness, isn't it? I'm proud of that bit at least, but yeah, this was a good time. So let's see. I mean, I could probably just end the recording now. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for whatever I do next.